I'd like to thank the athletic department for giving me the opportunity to share my story with Wheaton Athletics over the past 4 years. My name is Ricardo Ripley, and I'm the senior captain for the men's basketball team here at Wheaton. You could say I grew up a Lion. My mother has been a faculty member for over 20 years and has dragged my brothers and I to countless events on campus when we were little. I remember on one specific event in the Dimple, I lost my parents and I started crying, only to be found by the president of the institution, wondering where the heck my parents could be. It wasn't the best look for my mother. In third grade, I went to Coach Wamsley's basketball camp for the first time and continued spending 2 weeks there every summer for 7 years until I became a counselor. My older brother ended up attending Wheaton, and from visiting him, I got even more of a taste of the Wheaton experience. Junior year of high school, when it was time for me to start thinking about college, I realized my decision has already been made. I couldn't pass up the opportunity to receive a great education and play basketball in one of the most competitive conferences in Division III. I was excited to follow my older brother's footsteps and my mother's and become a Lion. Little did I know how fast my 4 years would go and how many unforgettable memories and relationships I would create along my college journey. Those who know me know I do not show too many emotions off the court. I'm rather level-headed and an outgoing guy when I'm going about life at Wheaton College. And part of the reason why I fell in love with the game of basketball is I could wear my heart on my sleeve. The greatest compliment I've ever received as a player is that people enjoyed watching me play because I play with heart and leave it all on the floor. I'm usually the smallest guy on the court, so I take pride in having the biggest heart. But today in this speech, you may see that emotional side of me, so please bear with me. When I stepped onto campus 4 years ago, for a while I was nervous that this was not the place for me. But once I got acclimated with the campus climate, found my friend group, and was taken into the basketball family, my experience changed for the better. I grew to love my friends, my team, the athletic program, and Wheaton. For those who are skeptical about your place at Wheaton, let it come to you. Let yourself fall in love with your sport, your teammates and coaches, and appreciate every moment you have as a Lion. I'm fortunate that in some of the first weeks of school, I met my best friends who were not basketball players. Ironically, they were baseball players. They introduced me to their team, and eventually I became an honorary member of the Wheaton baseball team. It got to the point where people assumed I was on the baseball team because I was always with them in Chase Dining Hall, and I too always wore hats. I realized that the relationships between all teams is what creates a strong athletic community. My experience embodies what it means to be an athlete here at Wheaton. It's looking into the stands at our games and seeing faces of other teams supporting their athletic family. It is walking across campus and be stopped by athletes on other teams to say, "Good luck," or "Congrats on a big win," or "Support us in a tough loss." The support we give, not only to our team, but to other teams on campus, make you realize that really, Wheaton Athletics is one big team. And for that, it made me play for not the names or the number on the back of my jersey, but the name on the front of the jersey. As athletes, we are constantly faced with adversity. We strive to reach perfection on a daily basis, not only within our sport, but in the classroom and in life. My big tests hit junior year when I strived to step into a greater role on my team. I wanted to become more of a leader and show more confidence on the court. However, in the first game, I had trouble breathing and my heart was beating out of my chest. After a trip to Brigham and Women's Hospital, I came to find out that I had a heart condition that I was born with, and I needed a 5-hour operation in order to fix. Without the support of my family, my team, and the rest of the Wheaton community, I do not know if I can make it back onto the court. I tell you this because not only as athletes, but in life, we are constantly met with obstacles. Some are so great you might want to give up. But as athletes, we are more than prepared to meet any challenge that comes at us and be better because of it. You always have the strength to do so and the support of the people around you to help you when you need it. For the athletes younger than myself, I would like to lend some advice that can help you navigate life as an athlete. For underclassmen, take every day to get better and learn from the people who are older than you. Who better can guide you on how to be a successful athlete than the people who did it before you? To the upcoming juniors and seniors, be ready to take on leadership roles. All the hard work you put into athletics on a day-to-day basis should have made you more than ready to be a great example for the younger athletes on and off the court. To all athletes, do not be afraid to ask of help and support from the people in the athletic community. It is okay to not be okay, and mental health is as important, if not more important, than your physical health. Every day we strive to be better than the previous day, and if you come to practice and even life with the mentality that every day will be a little bit better, you will not only see improvements in your sport, but you will become a better person because of it. Most importantly, never take for granted each and every moment you spend with your teammates. It is not only the games you will miss, the long bus rides, the team meals, and the team get-togethers. Every single moment is so meaningful, so take it all in, because as soon as you blink, you'll be like me, a senior, reminiscing on the good old days. I have to give thanks to the people who came into my life during college and helped shape the man I am today. First off, I have to thank my mother and father who raised me to always be the best version of myself. I could never thank them enough for the life they have given me and for raising my brothers and I to always try to do the right thing and take mistakes as an opportunity to grow. Next, I would like to thank all the athletic staff and community for doing everything in their power to allow us athletes to compete during this year, during the pandemic. Your effort and willingness to allow us to schedule as many games as possible this season did not go unnoticed. To my fellow seniors, I'm sorry that we had to go out like this. A senior year that was plagued by COVID was not how we planned to close our time out here at Wheaton. Props to us for all the effort and energy we put into our last season without any promises. Lastly, my team. Coach Walmsley, who watched me grow up and put his faith in me as a player and a leader. Coach Bronstein, who made a huge impact on my teammates and myself in his first year as assistant coach. And my teammates, who from freshman year till now have all become part of my family and who I've created lifelong relationships with. If you guys ever need anything from me, you know I'm always a phone call away. Thanks again to everyone who has played a part in making these past 4 years the best years of my life. You guys will all have a special place in my heart. I will always be a Lion.